In the third section, we'll be learning two types of marketing, one being mass while the other is niche. But before going into niche and mass marketing, let us first discuss what we actually mean by a market. A market by definition refers to customers, potential customers, and sellers of a particular type of products coming together. A market is basically where a buyer meets a seller of a particular type of product or service. The size of markets are measured in two main ways. First being the number of sales, and the next being the value of sales. And lastly, we mentioned just a little while back, there are mainly two types, which are mass and niche markets. Mass markets are those which have a large number of sales for the good or service. It usually takes place with products which serves the masses, which in return generates large numbers of sales. There are both advantages and disadvantages to each. As for advantages, businesses generate large sales and can benefit from economies of scale. Moreover, they can also spread the risk and enjoy many opportunities of growth because of their large operation. As they serve a large group of people, they can easily spread the risk of operating and enjoy opportunities of growth by reaching out to newer customers as their product is served to the masses. Now coming to the disadvantages. First of all, mass marketing attracts high competition because many companies aim for large numbers of sales and ends up serving the mass. So this leads to high competition. Another thing is, because they have to reach the mass in order to make large sales, they need to opt for expensive marketing options. More often than not, they go for television, radio, or billboard marketing, which makes it very expensive to reach out to customers. And lastly, because almost all marketing products are standardized, it involves minimum customization. The reason is simple, because they are all serving the mass, it is impossible, almost impossible to customize according to everyone's needs. So yes, this is why mass marketing results in standardized products with minimum customization. And that's all about mass marketing. Now let's take a look at niche marketing. Niche marketing involves catering to a specialized segment of a larger market. The perfect example could be this one particular company I came across recently. They are called lefties. As the name suggests, you can imagine that they produce products that are specifically designed for lefties. Now, because majority of the world are right-handed, lefties cater to a small segment of the larger market, which are the left-handed people around the world. And this is what essentially makes them a niche marketing company. If we speak of the advantages, you can imagine that there won't be many companies competing in a market this small, where there are already a few firms like lefties operating. The reason is simple, because there aren't enough people in the market to satisfy everybody, so the competition is low. Moreover, as you can see from my example of lefties, the customer's needs are prioritized all the time. Niche marketing can allow companies to customize according to the customer's choice, which increases customer satisfaction. However, there are a few disadvantages. First of all, as I mentioned earlier, there is a limited scope of sales because there aren't enough buyers for the products sold in a niche market. And secondly, because they specialize in a particular type of product, it becomes difficult for them to spread their risks across more products. So yes, these were some of the disadvantages of niche marketing. And this brings us to the end of the third section of the chapter. In the next part, we'll be covering the fourth and final section of the chapter. The last section of the chapter talks about market segmentation. Market segmentation refers to breaking down the total market based on similar characteristics. Characteristics could include socio-economic groups, age, location, gender, use of the product, and lifestyle. It is very important to segment the market because it makes it easier for businesses to reach the right people. It is often cost-effective as irrelevant people won't be targeted, and it helps to take the right message to the right person at the right time. Let us take a look at the different characteristics upon which we can segment a market. First, we have socio-economic group. Examples could include Ferrari for higher income segment and Toyota for lower income segment. Then we have age, where roller skates could be targeted to teenagers while comfortable couches for homes could be targeted to middle-aged segments. Location is another tool of market segmentation. Using the knowledge of this, marketers can target cold locations with warm clothes and hot locations with light clothes. For gender, men could be targeted for electric razor, while women could be targeted for perfumes. Use of product is another crucial tool for segmentation, where furnitures like Barca loungers could be targeted for household use, while office chairs could be for office use. And lastly, we have lifestyle, where single beds could be promoted to single individuals, while double beds could be targeted to married couples. Can you imagine if these segmentations didn't exist? A mix of relevant and irrelevant people would be reached, making it less cost effective for businesses. With the help of segmentation, the right message can be delivered to the right person at the right time. This results in lower costs, as I already mentioned, leads to more sales because all relevant people will be reached with the products, and this in turn would result in more profits for the business. And with this, we end the chapter Marketing, Competition, and Customers. In this chapter, we learned the role of marketing, market changes, niche and mass marketing, and finally, market segmentation. Thank you, everyone. I'll be back with another chapter soon. Till then, take care.